What's up guys? So I bought the cheapest abandoned Civic on Facebook Marketplace and we are going to be rebuilding it. So make sure you subscribe to check out the progress. You know, if you want to, Here it is. Yeah, so as you guys just saw, the car is pretty rough. It needs a lot of work, And I'm gonna be trying to rebuild this car before the end of summer. So wish me luck. So yeah, the body is pretty rough, but the rust is not that crazy. So let's see how much rust is on the car right now. Alright, so if you guys can see, this panel here has the worst of the rust. This is probably the worst part. It's not that bad, it's fixable, which is good. And then around the corner here, this is a little bit just on the body right there, still fixable, and a bit on the hood. Nothing crazy, nothing major, pretty simple. So the rust is not that bad in this car. I'm sure you guys can tell the body on this car is pretty rough. That's probably the biggest part. You will need a really good paint job, and what will probably be the most expensive part of this build, but I think it will be so much better in the end. This is how the current interior of the car looks. The interior is by far my favorite part because it looks very good. It's dirty, but there's no damage in the interior at all. The other thing on this car that's pretty bad is the mileage on the engine. It's pretty high, but I think if we end up doing an engine swap, we should be pretty good. But the engine runs very well even with the current mileage. So let me show you guys how much mileage the engine currently has. The Honda Civic is also a 5-speed manual transmission, which is good. I wish it was the SI, but it's not the SI, it's just the sport manual Honda Civic LX. And if we turn on the car right now, let's see. As you guys see, she starts right up, no problems in the engine. We have no codes, we have no faulty codes or anything in there. We have no codes here. And if you guys look at the mileage down here, if you're in Canada, you can see it has 341,000 kilometers. If you're in US, it's about 211 miles on the motor right now. So it is a lot of miles for this car, but it runs really well, which is surprising, to be honest. So if we end up doing an engine swap or any motor swap with less mileage, this will be such a nice car to drive around. But so far, no problems in the engine. The interior is prestige, no problems, no damage. It's pretty clean, and the biggest problem with this car is the body for sure. So a little history about this car. The owner said he was keeping it on his land, and it's been sitting there abandoned for about 2 years. He was keeping it there for his brother. This is a video of how I found it the first time I saw the car. Alright y'all, so this is voiceover Lopez here. So this is the first time I saw the car when I went to check it out. So from first glance, the paint did look pretty bad. The car was in rough shape. It was sitting in the sun for about 2 years. So yeah, it was pretty bad, but I was hopeful because I didn't see any like shocking damage. There was some rust here and there, but nothing crazy. So I liked it at first, and then from this we just started the engine and it was really nice. The roof was pretty bad, as you guys can see here. just right by the door. The clear coat is peeling pretty bad, so it was alright. Yeah, so guys, even though the car does need a lot of work, I think we can get it pretty good, and we will try beat our deadline before the end of summer and see how the car turns out then. So it does need a lot of work like we just saw, but I think it'll be a really nice car. And if you guys want to follow along the journey of rebuilding this Civic, make sure you subscribe and comment down below what you want to see done to this, because I need suggestions, guys. Come on, hit me up. But the best thing about this car so far is, even with all the mileage and kilometers, even with the body and everything, the car runs and drives perfectly fine. There's no issues running the car on the highway or on the road. It just runs so smooth. I'm gonna be doing maintenance obviously just to make sure everything is in good condition, but the car runs and drives, which is good. You just need to get it looking better aesthetically, and yeah, that's about it. But it can basically run, so all it needs is a safety to be legally on the road. But other than that, the car is perfectly fine. It runs and drives, which is what you always want. It's a clean title, never been in any accidents, which is so good. Let's look at a list of everything we'll need to address on this car. Here I have a list of everything that will need to be addressed on this car to get it looking nicer. So this is an abandoned Civic build. The main thing obviously is the body and paint. We'll need to do some maintenance as the rotors and pads on the brakes, some maintenance, some spark plugs, oil change filters, etc. We need to address all the rust. That's part of the body basically. We'll need to possibly get a new motor or possibly get a used motor. Suspension, we'll have to see how the suspension is. Maybe we'll upgrade, maybe we'll leave it, who knows, get some new tires because these are pretty bold. We need to possibly get a digital screen for the interior, so we have CarPlay and everything. We need to address the AC because the AC, it works, but it's blowing a little hot, so it's not cold. The AC is there, but it's not cold enough, so probably just recharge it. And then everything that's broken or everything that is missing parts or anything like that, so just all the small things. If a bumper is broken, probably get a new one, get a used one, or try fix it. And at the end of this, guys, we'll see how much all this costs. So if you guys want to be part of this, make sure you subscribe so you know how much this costs, and you're here for the whole journey on how to rebuild this Civic. All right, subscribe.